What's up, YouTube? For today's video, with a full Nosepass evolution team. Super Bouncer, this one is for you. So we got Nosepass and we got Probopass. Some pretty interesting Pokemon. Since I've only got two of them, I'll be using the normals and the shinies to make up a team of 4. We got Sturdy, Magnet Pull, and Sandforce. So some really good abilities here and interesting ones at that. I've got 3 battles today with the Nosepass evolution team and I hope you enjoy. First Pokemon here is going to be a Gastron. This is a battle against Samus. And this is going to be my Nosepass lead here. So we got an Explosion, Stealth Rock, and Rock Blast with Spark, trying to spark up that relationship a little bit. So we got that Max Health and Max Attack. I've got Custepary as the item and Sturdy as the ability. Question of the day here, people, or just a general question. Is there any real Nosepass lovers out there, or Probopass? Is this anyone's favorite Pokemon? I always like to ask this because I feel like these Pokemon, I don't know, I feel like Nosepass and Probopass probably aren't the most popular Pokemon out there, but is there someone that absolutely loves it? It's their favorite Pokemon, or do you really like it? Let me know. Gastron is going to absolutely annihilate my Nosepass, sadly, and we're going to go into Probopass. I have to say, the shinies are really good. I like the gold on them and stuff like that. Looks very nice. Okay, so we got a Probopass here. Now, the problem when you look at, especially Probopass, that massive weakness to like 4 times weakness to fighting and ground, man, it's I don't know, I guess a lot of people don't like choosing it because that. I still think it's a really good Pokemon though. Anyway, we got the Gastron swapping out there, and we got a Sandstorm Probopass. Let's go for this set. So we've got Sandstorm, Earth Power, Flash Cannon, and Power Gem. I've got the ability Sandforce, and I've got Smooth Rock to extend the Sandstorm as my item, yeah? EV Spread's going to be Max Health and Max Special Attack. This is probably one of the better sets on my team. You know, Probopass isn't a bad special attack, you know, so it's pretty decent. So we got the Vaporeon coming, another Water-type Pokemon. Like, these Pokemon have so many weaknesses, you know, like, that's sort of like the downfall. They're very bulky, you know, like especially Probopass, but it's just all those 4 times weaknesses and common weaknesses and stuff like that, you know, that can let it down. So here comes a Scummy Water here. It's very scummy, and it's getting Probopass really hard. However, that sand is up there, so I'm able to tank that fairly well. We're going to be using a Earth Power here with Sandforce. It's reasonably hard, but I think this Vaporeon is actually, it's pretty bulky, right? I'd say that's like max health and, you know, max special defense or something like that, or at least max health, you know, extremely bulky. Now, I've got also, I was thinking about going for maybe a crit there. I was like, maybe a crit will take this out if I can get it. And Vaporeon is going to go for a Aqua Ring here, so that's going to be restoring itself. That's a bit annoying. We've got Power Gem here, and Power Gem is almost going to take the Vaporeon out. Very close there. But the Sandstorm actually didn't do the job because it lived on 1 health and then healed it up again. Now, Vaporeon could go for the Scummy Water again, but that's not going to take me out. I don't even think a crit would take me out. I think I'd be able to live that one. And I can use any move and take out Vaporeon, which is going to be very cool. This could be a theme team as well from my opponents. So if you can pick up if they're using a specific theme team, let me know in the comment section of the video too. And once again, people, if you do like the videos, please drop a like on them. It really helps out, that sort of thing. Only takes a second as well. And it also means if you do put a comment and like on the video, it means that you've got a higher chance of seeing my videos in subscriptions. I know it's a strange world we live in where you got to do those things, but if you want to see the videos more often, I highly recommend doing that. Helps me and it helps you. Next Pokemon is going to be Banette. At least it's not a water type. And we've got a shiny Banette too. I actually really miss using Mega Banette. I got to say. I'm not very confident we're going to have Mega Pokemon back in Gen 9. I can just feel it's going to happen already. So Banette is going to disappear into the void there. I'm just going to go for another attacking move. I'm going to go for Earth Power Flash Cannon. However, it's going to be able to outspeed me and take out my Probopass. That wasn't a bad effort there from Probopass. Now I've got 1 Nosepass and 1 Probopass left there. Now, next Pokemon I'm going to bring in is going to be my other Nosepass. Now, this is a Choice Spec set. This actually, like, Nosepass and Probopass actually get quite a few electric type moves. They get like Discharge and Volt Switch and stuff like that, and Spark and Zap Cannon, which is, I guess it makes sense. We got Zap Cannon, Dazzling Gleam, Power Gem, and Earth Power. I've got Magnet Pull as the ability and Choice Specs as the item. I really like when you use Magnet Pull with, especially, wait, I just got Trick TM69. I really liked the Troll set. I really like when you had Hidden Power Fire, and you could use Magnet Pull ability, and then you could, you know, trap opposing Steel types in, and then use, you know, Hidden Power Fire. That was really nice. Like always like doing that with other Pokemon, with the Magnet Pull ability, right? Especially on like Scissor and stuff. That was super, super handy. So Benetta's going to go down there. Oh, it did go down. It lived on 1 health again. Wow, that's 1 health like lives already. So Benetta's going to disappear into the void there. And of course, the Sandstorm is going to stop as soon as it was going to fade to it. Come on. So now I'm going to get spanked again there. Excellent damage there from the Banette. Nosepass is running max health too, so it's pretty tanky. I'm going to go for a Dazzling Gleam here, and that is the end of Banette. Now, a little update here on I was saying I was going to release some merch this year. It's sort of still in its final stages. I'm sort of, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, that sort of thing. But I am trying to endeavor bringing it out around when the new games come out, or around Christmas time. So hopefully I can get that done there, but I am thinking about definitely releasing that at those stages. So here comes a Metagross here. Metagross goes for a Sludge Bomb. That's not going to do anything at all, but it does poison me. Like, that's a special Metagross? Okay. I mean, I've run special Metagross before. I mean, at least it does have Psychic. So I'm going to go for Earth Power again there on the Metagross, and I'm probably going to die this turn just to poison, but I doubt that. Maybe they've got like another coverage route, like, I mean, it's only rock type, so it could have like Psychic or something like that. And now it's got Earthquake, so it's like a mix set. So it's like Earthquake and Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb is like a really strange move. I guess that's for like, I don't know, because you wouldn't really need it for fairies, would you? Because you're already like a steel type. Anyway, our next Pokemon is going to be Probopass, and this is the shiny one. Looks pretty cool. Now, I actually have done a Nosepass sweep already, level 1 Nosepass sweep. I might actually do Probopass sweep there with level 1. I have to have a look at that, what moves it gets. Actually, I was going to do that, but a couple of the vital moves that it got, when you transfer Pokemon to home onto BDSP, they can't get a lot of the moves or they disappear. So I had like plans doing a Probopass level 1 sweep, but it didn't happen because of the silly way they removed the moves there. But yeah, that's another story. That's going to be the end of the Metagross. Last Pokemon is going to be the Gastron from earlier on. All right, so like, well, man, I don't know about this. So this is a physical set. We've got Rock Polish, Stone Edge, Body Press, and Earthquake. Sturdy is the ability, and I've got max attack and max speed, Nature. The item is going to be Lychee Berry. And going for the Earthquake on Jigglychan there, I mean, it really didn't do too much. The Probopass's attack is very, very bad. I actually wanted to run Weakness Policy on this, but of course Weakness Policy isn't in this game for some odd, weird, strange reason, as well as all the other removed items. And I put Lychee Berry on there instead. I managed to live, which is really cool, so I'm going to be able to, actually be able to make use of this here. So I decided to go for another Earthquake here, so I thought, well, Stone Edge is probably going to miss. Earthquake does really, really good damage, but it's just not enough to take out Gastron, because Gastron, as you know, is quite bulky. And coming off the Probopass's attack stat, it's not the greatest attack in the world there. So that's pretty much it. The first game, Gastron pretty much destroyed me there, so did Metagross. And we'll get on to battle number 2. This is a battle against Super Bowser. This was his sneak team, and we got a Kabutops lead. I'm like, okay, Kabutops. This isn't bad. So I've got my Nosepass here. Now, once again, I've got Explosion, Stealth Rock, Rock Blast, and Spark. So I can go for Spark. That'll be pretty good there. I might even be able to get a Paralysis too. So, like, you know what I'm going to do first? Let's go for Stealth Rock. The Kabutops is going to go for Sand Attack. Imagine, right? Imagine if you used Stealth Rock and you missed. I mean, then again, I don't know if that's possible, because you could still... Imagine if you got Stealth Rocks right and you're going to throw them on the field. I guess it wouldn't matter where you threw them. I mean, if the throw was really bad, it could be... Like, it'd have to be a really, really bad throw. Like, you throw them out of the stadium or something like that. Regardless, back to the battle here. We're going to go for a Spark here. Spark does pretty good damage considering it's coming from a Nosepass. This is actually a max attack set, so it did a little bit more than usual there. So Kabutops is going to be swapping out, and Graveler is going to come in. So I'm like, oh, I don't know what I can actually do to this. Spark's not going to work against it. Rock Blast is going to do nothing. It might be a good idea if I go for Explosion and just get rid of this thing, It could have a ground type move too, so I'm just going to go Boom here. So the Graveler is going to set up the Stealth Rocks on the field. Unfortunately, I'm just going to go Boom, and I did as big a dent as I could. Like, that's pretty good there. Graveler's going to resist that, and, it's Nosepass after all. So bye-bye Nosepass. Next Pokemon I'm going to bring in here is going to be my Probopass. So this is my... Yeah, this is my special set, so I can easily go for Earth Power here. I did actually contemplate going for Sandstorm too. It's like, I don't know, I wasn't sure if Graveler had like a ground type move, because as you can see, this is, Very, very weak to ground. So in comes Wailord here, and I'm going to actually go for Earth Power here. So Earth Power actually hits the Wailord reasonably well there. It's not going to be able to take it out the next step. Now, Wailord is going to go for a dive underneath the water. I'm like, okay. I actually went for Earth Power again. I feel like Earth Power, you know what? How's this? I feel like Earth Power should hit against dive too, because when you logically think about it, the Wailord has dived underneath the water. And if you do like a Earth Power, essentially you're shaking the ground, or the ground is erupting. Like, wouldn't that be able to hit Wailord? Like, I had this conversation like the other day in one of my other videos. It's like, when someone uses dig, Fissure should always hit them. Stuff like that. Anyway, we're gonna go for a Power Gem here. Then again, it's Pokemon logic, right? It never made sense. We're gonna go for Power Gem with the Sand Up, and that is gonna definitely be able to take out the Wailord there. Sand Force boosting the Rock Round of Steel. Very, very cool ability. Next is the Graveler, and it's going to use Explosion. So clearly, Graveler didn't have any other moves to hit with because of, obviously being the resistant types to each other. It's going to do 3 damage to Explosion and to disappear from the field. Now, the 2 more... Actually, is this a 6... I'm not sure if this is a 6v4. I think, actually, no, this is a 4v6. Next Pokemon is the Kabutops from earlier on that we've seen at the start. Some more Stealth Rock damage here. I know that I can take this out with a Earth Power there. It's good. It's a Mud Shot set. So Mud Shot is actually going to not take me out there, and it's going to drop my speed. So I'm guessing they were hoping to take me out there with a special Kabutops, and that is not going to be enough. So bye-bye Kabutops. I actually like doing my special Kabutops with Giga Drain or even Absorb. Like, it was really, really fun. I just found it cool to learn the Grass type move. Next Pokemon here is going to be Aggron. If it did have Sturdy, well, it doesn't have it anymore. Here comes Ironhead. Ironhead is going to take my Probopass out there. Only had a bit of health left anyway, so that is fine. Now, I've got my Nosepass here. Now, Nosepass also has a Earth Power. So 2 of my Pokemon had Earth Power. Now, Aggron is going to outspeed me with the Ironhead. Does a lot of damage there. The only reason I lived that because of max health. And, of course, we got the sand going there. I went for the Earth Power, and Aggron is going to be going down. Aggron's special defense isn't, the greatest in the world there. And next Pokemon here we got is going to be Gengar. Wait, this is a 4v5? Hang on, let me check. So Gengar's going to have some Stealth Rock damage here. It's going to go for a Shadow Ball. Yeah, this is a 4v5. Now, Shadow Ball is going to take out my Nosepass. It only had a little bit of health left, so that didn't really surprise me too much, right? So Gengar's going to take a little bit of damage to Sandstorm. Like, man, I've got Probopass left. There's no way that Gengar's going to be able to one-shot me here with a Shadow Ball. I want to say I could even live a crit. Probopass is very, very tanky if you don't have a super effective move. Gengar instead goes to the Destiny Body. Of course, me going for the KO, I'm going to be going for the Earthquake, and that's easily going to take the Gengar out in one shot. And that, my friends, is the end of the battle. It is a draw, but since the Gengar fainted first to my Earthquake, the game is going to count it as my win. So I guess that's how it is. I see that battle as a draw anyway, but a pretty entertaining battle there. Hope you enjoy that. Let's get on to battle number 3. This is a battle against MG Star Emerald TM Star. Well, there you go. That's a bit of a mouthful of a name. First Pokemon is going to be Arceus Psychic. I was like, wow, Arceus Psychic. I wonder if I can even take this Pokemon out. This is tough, man. So we got a Stealth Rock from the Arceus Psychic. I'm like, man, that sucks. So that's going to get rid of my Sturdy on Probopass. So that's gone. Now, I went for Stealth Rock as well. So I'm like, these are some pretty scary Pokemon on my opponent's team. Very bulky, So a couple of rounds of Stealth Rock there. Arceus is going to be swapping out here. And the next Pokemon to come in is going to be Boy with Webs. It's Shuckle. Okay. So you can probably assume from the nickname that Shuckle is going to be using the Sticky Web. And all of maybe some other status moves. So I went for Spark here. Spark's going to do nothing, obviously. So going for Rock Blast. Actually, Rock Blast is going to do a good amount of damage if I can get a lot of hits. So we got 3 hits on the Shuckle. So that was excellent. So another probably 5 hits will be able to take it out. Now, Shuckle is going to go for a Safeguard there. Maybe they expected me to go for some sort of status move there. So it wasn't a bad thought, but I'm going to be attacking the Shuckle because I'm trying to take it out. So that's only 2 hits, sadly, on the Shuckle. So I got 3, then 2. So I'm going to need another 2 to actually take this Pokemon out. Shuckle finally sets its Sticky Web up there. I don't think that really mattered too much. I mean, maybe on my... Let's have a look. Maybe my Sturdy Probopass with Rock Polish. That would probably be the only one that matters. But I didn't really, like, it doesn't really matter too much against, like, Shuckle. Maybe, like, definitely Arceus, you know? So I actually ended up missing a Rock Blast there, and now Shuckle's going to go for a Shell Smash and a Power Trick on there. So I need to take this out now, else I'm going to get swept by, like, Bug Bite. So going for the Rock Blast there, and that is going to be the end of the Void with the Web. Shuckle looks really good and shiny, too. So, next Pokemon we're going to have here is going to be Blimp, and this is going to be Drifblim. So, Drifblim is also shiny. So, lots of golden and blue Pokemon so far. I'm going to get some nice little Stealth Rock damage there. Drifblim is going to go for a Minimize. It's a scummy set, so I'm like, okay. I think they're going to try and Baton Pass this Minimize onto, like, hopefully not Arceus, because I don't even know what they're going to do that. So, throwing everything at this Drifblim, I got some good damage there on Spark. Like, that was excellent. Now Drifblim is going to go for another Minimize here, so that's 2 Minimizes. So the chances of me landing attack are starting to drastically fall, but I managed to get a Rock Blast on the Drifblim, and this is going to be enough to take out. So I definitely want to say I was lucky to land those attacks. Like, one miss, it may have been able to recover itself or, you know, pass off those stats. It could have been nasty. Next Pokemon, it's another Arceus, and it is going to be Arceus Fairy type. So this is a 4v4 battle too. So Arceus is going to come in, it's got Earth's Power as well. Of course it does, so that's a good move against, like, my entire team. I'm just going to go Explosion here. That's the best I could possibly do. I was hoping for a critical hit, and, you know, that's pretty good damage. I was very happy with that. So bye-bye Nosepass. Nosepass actually took out, like, half the team on itself, so that was nice. Next Pokemon, I'm going to bring in Nosepass again. So this is my choice spec set. I thought, well, if I can get a Earth Power off here, this will be pretty good. Or maybe I could risk a Zap Cannon. Zap Cannon would be good, but I know it's not feigning it, so, like, I'm just going to go for Power instead. Like, I might end up missing Zap Cannon, and it'll be a waste. So Earth's Power again from the Arceus Fairy. Going for my own Earth Power here. You know, very, very underwhelming damage. Arceus is going to take Nosepass out with another Earth Power. So I've got there's 2 Probopass versus 2 Arceus. Arceus Psychic and Arceus Fairy. Now, this brings me back to the Arceus theme I did a little while ago. I did every single Arceus type in one video. If you haven't checked that out already, you should. It's actually quite an interesting video. Then I did another one too. I did, like, all the unknown, every single letter. I'm actually sort of thinking about doing Silvally, every Silvally drive. I mean, I did do a Silvally like drives theme a long time ago, but I don't believe I used every single one of them. So I don't know, if you'd like to see me do a Silvally team, I could do all the Silvallies in one battle, like in one video. I thought that'd be really, really cool. So anyway, that's the end of the Fairy Arceus. Now, this was a lengthy part of the battle. So E-Speed's not going to take Probopass out. That made me think, I wonder why they use E-Speed for. Maybe, let's say, okay, they've got a Psychic move, which is going to, I don't know, maybe they've got Judgment, I'm not sure. That's not going to be very effective. Extreme Speed's not going to be very effective. Like, what other move do they have? So I'm going to get some more Sandstorm damage here on the Arceus. Now, Arceus is going to use Judgment. That's going to be based on Psychic. So maybe, I don't think they've got any other moves that, they may only even have, like, not even a neutral move to hit my Probopass move. So this is looking up. Like, this could be quite lucky. So going into my second Probopass, there's some more Sandstorm damage on Arceus Psychic. And this is my physical set. So I'm going to need to get some Stone Edge hits here, or crits or something like that. Even Earthquake should be able to wear it down. So I got the Sticky Web there. I was not outspeeding Arceus anyway. So Arceus is going to go for Judgments. Like, okay, this is their best move they got here. I'm kind of curious what their other moves are going to be, if they've got any status moves at all. But, man, that's doing nothing at all. So go for Stone Mist, and of course, Stone Mist does what it does best. At least I'm getting Sandstorm damage, right? Now Arceus is going to go for another Judgment here, and I'm easily taking this. This is like, I don't know, probably like a 15-hit KO from here at this stage, so I can leave a lot of them. Here comes the Stone Mist here, and Arceus takes it very, very well, obviously. But with the Stone Edge and with the Sandstorm, it's starting to rack up. Now I'm starting to see what the other move is going to be Recover. So they've got Extreme Speed, Judgment, and Recover. They must have some sort of other status move. I don't know what it is, but clearly their only attacking moves are E-Speed and Judgment. So I guess that's a good thing. I'm able to resist them, but it's also a bad thing that, it's got a recovery move, so it can get a lot of its health back. And, Probopass is really actually struggling for damage at the moment. Like, the only thing I've got going for it is, like, Sandstorm damage and the possibility of getting a crit. Even then, a critical hit is not taking this Arceus out. So Arceus is going to keep spamming Recover over and over. And I'm like, man, like, what should I do here? My only plan would be to get myself down into a really low amount of health and land a Stone Edge on the Arceus. But I don't want to use up all my Stone Edge before then. As you notice, I've probably got quite used to, like, quite a few already. So I'm starting to get down there. So probably like 2 or 3 more judgments, and that'll put me in my Lychee Berry range. I'll pop in another Stone Edge here. It's like, okay, they kept recovering around, when they got below half, they just like recover straight away. So I'm like, okay, that really, really sucks. Now, the Sandstorm, unfortunately, here has ended, so I'm not going to get that extra damage to Sandstorm. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to go for Earthquake here. That's going to be the best thing I can do. It's not doing a lot of damage, but maybe I can get it around half health and then hit it with a big critical hit at the end if I get a Lychee Berry. Something like that. So finally, we are range of the Lychee Berry. I was like, man, Arceus still has a lot of health left. I'm going to need like a definite critical hit to take out Arceus here. So I got my +1 in attack, and I went for the Earthquake here. So Earthquake does good damage. I didn't want to miss, so I didn't get, it wasn't too much more damage. Now, Arceus is going to go for yet another recover. I think they could have run out of judgments here. Judgment and Extreme Speed don't have lots of PP. So I went for the Stone Edge again, and it did absolutely nothing. Arceus does have another judgment here, and I think that is going to be the end of my Probopass. Yes, it is. So I got complete. I walled the Arceus, but it had recover, and it pretty much saved it. Hope you enjoyed the Nosepass Evolution team, people. I'll catch you next time.